Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. e5 is a common response that establishes a presence in the center, controls d4 and opens up the queen and dark-squared bishop. The king's gambit is an aggressive opening that starts with f4. White weakens their king side to attack the e5 pawn quickly and can develop with knight f3. You develop a queen, which means you move it from its starting position. This is the only good move. This move drives your checking queen away with a pawn. You are threatening to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. Their knight comes into play, attacking the center. Good job, that's what I would have played too. They overlooked an opportunity to prepare a bishop for development. You overlooked a better way to prepare a bishop for development. They overlooked an opportunity to move a piece to safety. You are now able to create a protected passed pawn. That protected passed pawn helps your position. This move prepares for their bishop to join the action. This move activates your knight to strengthen control over the center. I like their choice. You missed an opportunity to attack a pawn chain. This move left their rook hanging. You captured a free rook. Decent move, but they had a better one. Nice, definitely the right move. Their bishop moves into the game. You block the check from an opposing bishop. They move the pawn to safety. This is the way to win a bishop. This is a fair trade. Nice choice. Your recapture also improves your knight's position. They castled kingside, placing their king in a safer spot away from the center. You overlooked an opportunity to tactically win a knight. They missed a chance to develop further. You are now able to pin a knight. Your knight is no longer hanging and is now defended. They develop a new piece. Nice move. Your piece now controls more squares. They move their king out of the check from your queen. You're losing a bishop with that move, but your position is still winning. Capturing your hanging knight. This is the only move that works and you found it. A clear recapture. Yes, this is the way. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. Your pawn is no longer hanging and is now defended. They are threatening to capture a knight and win material after the follow-up trades. You had a better option, but this is not bad. They captured your vulnerable rook. You missed an opportunity to recapture a piece. This move gives you the opportunity to win their bishop. Nice find! You found the only move in this position. A straightforward recapture. At last, you reclaim the material with this recapture. They took your pawn for free. This move loses a pawn. This is the only move that works. You allowed the opponent to win a rook through a skewer. Your opponent's move sets up a skewer, winning your rook. You escape the check from the rook. They took your rook for free. Good job defending that pawn. They played one of the best moves here. Your passed pawn advances to its goal, capturing your hanging pawn. Good job defending that knight. Their pawn attacks your knight, kicking it out of its current position. For sure, you had to move away from the threat, defending their hanging pawn. Good job, that's what I would have played too. They found a way to win material. Your opponent will have to keep an eye on that passed pawn. They played the strongest move available. You dodge the check, moving your king out of harm's way. This makes a passed pawn. Passed pawns must be pushed. They move their king out of the check from your pawn. Nice, definitely the right move. Their king steps away from the check by your knight. Correct, of course. Move away from danger. They move their king out of the check from your knight. This is a fine move. Their king steps away from the check by your knight. This moves your knight to a safer square. Their passed pawn moves closer to promotion, becoming more dangerous. Yes, this is the way. They are threatening to tactically win a knight. You allowed the opponent to force eventual checkmate. This forces an eventual checkmate. You escape the check from the queen. This move still keeps their checkmate plan on track. You step your king away from the checking rook. This move still keeps their checkmate plan on track. Your passed pawn is one step closer to promotion. Your opponent has to watch that passed pawn. Their king steps away from the check by your pawn. Your passed pawn advances to its goal. They missed a better way to evade the check from the opposing pawn. There was only one good move and you found it. Passed pawns must be pushed. You get a chance to checkmate the king. Checkmate is always the best move.